February the 17th. This is Coffee Talk. I'm First Warning meteorologist Eric Burris. We get together 7 days a week. We chat about what's going on in the world of weather, hopefully get your day started off on the right note. And I could tell you, it is an absolutely beautiful day. The top two things I want you to know about as we are rising and shining today. A nice, mild start to the day on the left, our tower cam network showing a little bit of haze. On the right, we are watching a cool front moving our way, but until that happens, our temperatures are going to be climbing. So let's talk about things. First and foremost, let's take that tower cam perspective and see what's doing. And out and about this morning, it's gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. There's a little bit of haze down there in the tourist district, but in my neighborhood, I see none of it. It is gorgeous. It is comfortable. All the good things. 68 degrees, our current temperature in the city. Beautiful. Need to make sure I'm not going to run the dog over. We are at about 66 degrees in Leesburg, 63 in the Villages, 64 degrees in Ocala, and into the lower 70s across Brevard County. Yesterday was nice and breezy. We have less breeze this morning, which is why we're able to get just a little bit of that haze around. But as we look to the day, watch those temperatures climbing. A few morning showers, and we'll take a look at the radar here in a moment. A few morning showers quieting down into the midday, and then we'll get into a few showers late this afternoon into this evening. Hi, Stella. Good morning to you. I hope you're doing well, sweet girl. How are you doing? Are you doing good? Ashley, Naomi, good morning to the both of you. Nancy, good morning. Beverly says, hi, Stella. Hi, Stella, sweet girl. My sweet girl. Casey, good morning to you. I hope you're doing great. All right, let's take a look and see what's doing on our first warning Doppler radar. And you can see those showers. They've been moving through Brevard County. That's where we've seen a few of these showers, but look off the shoreline. These are kind of paralleling the shoreline. Hopefully they're not going to be too much of a bother for us, but we do, we at least have the mention of some of those showers coming in. And I could tell you, like right into the metro, we were tracking a few showers earlier down around the Orange and Seminole County border, a couple of showers working right over toward Lake Chuliota, and then back over here through the University of Central Florida, Avalon Park area. Nothing strong, certainly nothing severe. It's just a really nice forecast. Let's take a look at Futurecast and continue into that forecast, shall we? With rain in there, we need to make sure to eyeball these things. Vanessa's Life, good morning, John. Good morning to you. Kenneth, good morning. Frank says, how does it look tomorrow on Making the Drive? It looks great tomorrow as well. We'll take a look at that in a minute, my friend. My friend. You're my brother. My actual brother. We'll take a look at that. Susie, good morning to you. Joanne, good morning. All right, so let's start with today. Here we are, those showers around. Watch how through late morning we get into a little bit of a reprieve. Most of us are going to be dry through the early afternoon, mid-afternoon. There's 5 p.m. Chief Meteorologist Tony Manolfi will be on TV talking to you. And you notice we're kind of cropping up a few. Now, I do want to point out, these are not coastal showers. These are inland showers, and the models have actually been pretty consistent on that. Surprisingly so. Nancy says, I'm watching on my lanai. I'm surprised you're inside. It's funny. So I have two computers. I have my MacBook Pro, which is in my office, which is how we're talking now. And I have my MacBook Air, which is what I do on the patio. I was all set to do Coffee Talk on the patio, and it occurred to me that I have not used my MacBook Air in a while because my father's been ill. Obviously, I just haven't had any downtime to just like tool around on it. So my MacBook Air, I don't think you can see it. You can't see it. It's right there charging. So I could have plugged it in, but it was dead, and it needed a few minutes to charge before I could even turn it on. So I had to go with Plan B today. Yes, my absolute plan is I could tell you this much: Coffee Talk Afternoon Edition will be outside. That I can promise you, because it's just too nice not to. Beverly, how's my dad? He's good. He's getting to the point where we'll talk about it, Beverly, after the weather. I want to make sure we at least chat about the weather a little bit. So there's our showers for tonight. Let's continue through. Let's look at Friday morning. A few showers. Let's back this up. All right. So here's 5:30, a couple of showers here or there. Notice through tomorrow there will be a few more showers in the vicinity, and then into the afternoon we're kind of watching more moisture. This was originally looking to be kind of a wet day. I'm happy to see that the trends have been backing that off. So let's take a look at the 7-day forecast, and then there are other things to dive into. Just a 20% chance of rain for today and a 20% chance of rain for tomorrow. So the forecast for these next couple of days is not as wet as we had thought. And frankly, into the weekend, things are continuing to look absolutely beautifully. So for what it's worth, 85 today, 86 tomorrow, back into the 70s for the weekend, and then back into the 80s for next week. So I did turn on the pool heater, and I just checked. The pool temperature is 75 degrees. Not ready for prime time yet. It's got to be about 85 for me to get in. I'm just, don't at me. That's just what it is. So by this afternoon, I'm hoping it'll be about 85 and we can get in the pool. Certainly it will be good to go tomorrow. Let's see here. Ana, good morning to you. Elsie, buenos dias, ¿cómo está? Good morning to you. I like that 7-day forecast, Melissa says. I do too. John, do you think we're finished with the cold temps? I think that if I were to look at the LRC, and it's so funny how the data is in front of you, but if you look at it differently, you look at it differently. So I've been looking at the LRC, focusing on our hurricane forecast. I haven't even looked into, so today's February 17th. So let me just see where we're at. So that's about cycle day 3. Yeah, so if I look, we're in a nice warm trend for a little while. Yeah, we're in a nice warm trend for a little while. Perfect time to have the pool heater turned on. I do think that we'll get into a chillier stretch before we actually just start climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing. But at least for a little while, I do think that I do think so. Kenneth, Eric, which iPhone do you currently have and how much internal memory? I've got the 13 Pro Max, and I think, is it 512 gigs of memory? $13 Pro Max. Oh, 256 gigabytes of memory. Yep, 256. I don't need a ton, and with the iCloud, what I don't use, it just dumps into the cloud and doesn't keep on board. Yeah. Mike, got my question for LRC. We'll see another snowstorm for North Carolina again. Need to know, buddy. When did that happen last, Mike? I don't keep data and records much outside of severe weather. I don't track the snowstorms as deeply, but when did you last get that snowstorm? And we can look to see when that would cycle through again. It's the LRC is, it's tough to do outside of our area aside from severe weather, Like, where are we here? What severe weather? Hold on a second. LRC. So today's February 17th, so that means today is cycle day. February 17th. So that's cycle day 3 in the third cycle. So where are the next opportunities for severe weather? Texas, Oklahoma, Nebraska, Northern Plains, Oklahoma, Arkansas. Yeah. So that's kind of what we're looking at, over these next few days, which kind of lines up. If you look at the Storm Prediction Center, this is the day 1 product. If you look at their day 1 product, that's the severe threat for today. Level 3 risk of severe weather for Mississippi, Tennessee. And if today's cycle day 3, Texas, Oklahoma, Nebraska, that was yesterday. So Northern Plains. And then if we look at SPC, look at the threat for severe weather tomorrow. Not really a thing. Yeah, so there's the threat of severe weather kind of lining up in the plains areas. So yeah, I mean, the LRC is playing out correctly. We're running, it looks like, a little quicker than we had first than the first cycle, but that's just the way it goes. Sometimes it's a little quicker, sometimes it's a little slower. It was late January when I got my last snowstorm. Yeah, I mean, late January is not already recycling. This year is a 64-day cycle, so we are certainly not already recycling late January. As a matter of fact, right now, we are recycling more into like October 11th, 12th, 13th, with some hints around December 14th, 15th, and 16th. Yeah. Jerry, is the potential severe weather event in the Mid-South today a cycle of the event from December? So it would be a cycle from the event from December 14th, 15th. Yeah, the 15th. It was in the northern plains, but because the jet stream's a little further south, it's kicking it a little further south. But yeah, it is. It is. That is that same weather system recycling. But because our jet stream is pushed a little further south, yeah. Hi there, Melissa. How are you? Good morning. Sabrina, good morning to you. Yay to this warm weather, Christina says. Oh, I agree. I love being able to use this graphic. It says tomorrow. It should say today. Yeah, it's a great day to get in the pool. As a matter of fact, these next couple of days are going to be great. Let's talk about some near record heat. Today's forecast, 85 degrees. Record in Orlando, 88. Tomorrow's forecast, 86 in Orlando. The record is 87. So we are indeed into near record territory these next couple of days. Yeah. Kim says, great Daytona 500 temperature. It is. As a matter of fact, give me 2 seconds here. Let me dial this up. I want to show you the 7-day forecast, and then we could dive into the forecast for the race itself. Stand by. There's that. There's that. Let me just move you. Coffee Talk is always where the sausage is made, so you get to see all the fun. Okay. Save you. Okay. All right. Here's the 7-day forecast. I just had to move a couple of things around. All right. So 7-day forecast. It's speed weeks after all. So let's talk about the 7-day forecast for Daytona Beach. So for today, it's beautiful. We know that. Tomorrow, a couple of showers around, 20% chance, high of 79. Notice that Saturday is going to be a little cooler, and there is that cold front, so we'll talk about that, but it does get a little cooler for Saturday in Daytona Beach. And then Sunday for the 500, mostly sunny skies, morning low temperature of 60, will get up to 74 degrees, right? Yeah, so there are some changes. Let's talk about what we've got here in the overall forecast picture. So here we are, nice warm air. There's that nasty storm system as the warm and cold air masses collide. But as that front moves our direction, hot tomorrow, but trending into Saturday, okay? Trending into Saturday, that's where our next change is, okay? So we're warming. Saturday, that cold front arrives, starts to bring in a little bit of cooler air. It's not a massive push of Arctic air, but it is a bit of a shift, okay? So from the high temperatures in the mid-range of the 80s, and yes, we are talking about near record heat, to the cooler temperatures of the weekend. And by the way, the weekend forecast looking absolutely dynamite. Both Saturday and Sunday looking perfect with mid to upper 70s for highs. So instead of the mid 80s, we just get to the mid 70s. It's a little bit of a reprieve. So let's look at the Lucas Oil 200, okay? There's a race on Saturday, looking great. It is going to be cooler. Remember, Volusia County being where you are situated, when we look at the Saturday forecast for all of Central Florida, you'll notice that it is going to be a little cooler at Daytona, okay? Then there's the 250. I believe this is the Friday race. Yeah, Friday race, nice mild. We do have a few of those showers. Then we get to the 500 where it is absolutely wonderful. So let's take a look and we'll focus. We'll go back to the 7-day forecast, but I want you to focus on Saturday's temperature. Saturday, 75 in Orlando on our 7-day forecast. But when we get into Daytona Beach, notice Saturday, your high temperature is 67. So it really does depend on where you are. So let's take you through And let's just look at, give me 2 seconds. Let's look at the forecast for today, all right? For today, high temperatures area-wide looking great. Certainly the warmer readings are inland. 85 in Orlando, 85 in Wildwood and Claremont. Notice our beachside spots looking great. 70s into the lower 80s. So really good. Brian says at about 10 to 15 degrees if sitting in Daytona stands in the sun. Ain't that the truth? All right, so that's this afternoon. Let's look at Saturday afternoon. Okay, because again, it really is all location, location, location. Look at Saturday. Notice how we're sitting in the 70s in the metro area. Mid-70s in Orlando, 73 in Leesburg, 73 in Ocala. But along the shoreline, it is going to be significantly cooler. 68 Daytona Beach, 66 degrees in Palm Coast, 73 degrees in Melbourne. So that's why, especially for Saturday, especially given that scenario that we're at, that's why I think it's great to be able to have a 7-day forecast site-specific or so. At the racetrack itself, I think you'll make it to 67. I think Saturday will include plenty of clouds, but it will be significantly cooler at the track, at least in the shade, versus, inland areas. The coastal areas will be cooler. Sunday for the 500, my goodness gracious, that looks incredible. Monday, gorgeous. Tuesday, gorgeous. Notice that heat is building. Yeah, it's looking outstanding. It really is looking outstanding. Okay, shall we talk about records? Shall we do that? Let me find the graphic. Give me 2 seconds. I'll find it. There's just so many. It's the last one. Okay. Record highs versus forecast highs today. 85 in Orlando is the forecast, 88 the record. Leesburg will be in the ballpark. Okay? Will be near or tying a record, I think, in Leesburg, and that goes back to 1975. See you, John. Be good. Nancy, thanks for hanging. Marissa, please, for 5th of March, Daytona Supercross. We'll look at that in a minute. So I think Leesburg, you'll probably be into record territory today. Then looking ahead to tomorrow, notice interestingly enough, I think Orlando is going to be awful close to a record. 86 is the forecast, 87 is the record set last year. I think Leesburg will be in the vicinity of a record as well. So yeah, it's going to be warm. Southeast Florida, coastal weather this weekend. Beautiful. The only concern that I have for you is going to be showers around because that front's going to go stationary. So you can see Sunday morning, if it depends how southeast. Like if you're talking the Keys, Biscayne Bay area, there may be a few showers. Anything further north should be okay. All right, you had asked about the March forecast. Let's look at the March long-range forecast. When was it? It was March what? March 5th. So 4th, 5th, 6th, there's going to be mild temperatures, but there are going to be some storms that are going to be marching through. So that may be something that we'll have to watch. But at least you're starting off mild and kind of staying in a comfy stretch. Yeah. In the meantime, we've got spring in Central Florida. Average high is 75. We'll be at 85 or 86 degrees. So, yeah, it's going to be toasty warm. By the way, beach and boating forecast looks bumpy on Saturday, but looks better pushing ahead to Sunday. So at least there's that. Mercy, thank you very much. Mercy, Fort Lauderdale. Okay, yeah, you should be okay. Maybe a shower or so. All right, so that's what we've got. I think I'm going to pop back in and work on the hurricane forecast for a little while. Brian says, looks like I may just miss out on hurricane season this year and in the future, likely moving to north central Tennessee sometime in May. Well, Brian, I'll miss you, buddy. Hopefully we'll be able to get together before you move. If not, just come back, okay? Come back and visit. All right. So one last look at Central Florida's most accurate 7-day forecast, okay? Beautiful weather, lots of sun, a few showers today, a few showers tomorrow. The big focal point is going to be the heat. 85 today, 86 tomorrow, near records. Then a little bit of a heat break this weekend. Absolutely wonderful weather. I'm so happy to say for the Daytona 500. But for President's Day and Tuesday, Wednesday, we start to bring those temperatures back up. How's Dad? He's doing better. I was there until 10 o'clock last night. Continuing his physical therapy, he went from just being able to move his wrist to he can kind of jolt up his arm a little bit. You know, it's that muscle atrophy. It's a real doozy of a thing. So he's getting there little by little by little. His voice it's not just a whisper. It's starting to get a little meat to it. So he's able to talk a little bit. He's 100% there. I mean, we're having conversations and he's himself 100%. And then I guess they put him in some sort of a machine where he was able to stand. I mean, propped him up. But I guess it's going to help him get blood flowing and everything because he's been laying down for, 2 months. So it's getting there. Little bit by little bit by little bit. He knows it's a challenge. He's up for the challenge and he's fighting that challenge. So, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. But he's excited. He knows he's been given a second chance, and I think that everybody around him is so grateful. I will say he's at one facility in Winter Park, and I think he's getting moved to another facility in like Maitland, Altamont Springs area. For me, it'll be great because his visiting hours will be more open. But and I'll just pop up the 7-day forecast. That's why while I'm just running my mouth, you can at least get some weather information. I'm excited because it'll open up more visiting hours. And right now he can only take 2 visitors a day. So with the new facility, he will also have the opportunity to see, and have more people over. So he's getting to the point where I think that would be really good for him to be able to have some of his very close friends seeing him as well. So it's tough. I mean, it's tough for a man who never went out anywhere. What did he say yesterday? You know why he's one of the reasons he's excited to go to the other facility so that he could see more than 2 people a day, so that he can have his hair cut. That's the kind of guy he is. I mean, imagine, and you don't go anywhere without taking a shave and having your hair done, and he's, he has to have somebody bathe him, and it's tough. So I'm really excited for these next chapters, and I thank you so very much for your continued support, all of you. So thank you very, very much. All right. It is 8:24. We'll cut it down just a little bit. All good things. As Rose says, the simple pleasures. It's true. It's true. It's very true. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out for Coffee Talk. I will see you for the afternoon Coffee Talk at 3:30 today. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you so much for hanging out for Coffee Talk. I will see you guys and gals later on.